off the air on shortwave, I guess the switch will get cut off on my receiver like it has on my television. You always say you choose your battles, and I agree with that. You make tactical decisions. Some I can't quite comprehend, perhaps. But there is a question I'd like to ask, and I'm sure your friends out here, and me included, would like to hear. What's the difference, and I'm going to use the buzzwords, of not being a truther, or in your case, not being a birther, okay? I'd like to hear a comprehensive explanation from both you and Debra Medina. And
well, I tell you what, I don't even know her position on the birther thing, but the guys were in there watching a video of her on national TV getting slapped around by CNN. I don't know why people keep putting her on there. Stay there. I want to understand your question when we come back.
For safety, you lock doors, set alarms, buy antivirus software, maybe even have a watchdog. Do you care as much about your air and water? Lock out harmful poisons from entering your body with airandaqua.com. Using purification devices from airandaqua.com allows you to enjoy safety and security with every breath you make and every sip you take. For free shipping on purchases, discounts, and newsletters, visit airandaqua.com or call 866-380-2782. Shop airandaqua.com and purify your life.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a silver dollar in a book explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold for your IRA? That's right. Gold has been available to be placed in IRAs since 1986. Yet still, the financial industry refuses to recognize the value of real hard assets for your retirement. The truth be told, gold and silver has outperformed paper investments like stocks, bonds, and CDs, yet no word about IRAs. Perhaps the financial institutions want to maintain control of your assets by keeping you in paper. If you'd like to take a look at gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low return on your paper investments. Call 800-686-2237. Make sure that you secure your future. Call 800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
Lose 1 to 2 pounds a day the healthy way and keep it off with the help of the entire Real HCG diet. With an average weight loss of 1/2 to 2 pounds a day, you can be in that bikini or swimming suit in no time. You've heard of people spending over $700 for this exact same diet at doctor's offices? Now you can start the entire HCG diet for under $100. YourHCG.com is the largest HCG reseller in the entire country, and we want to help you. We have helped thousands of people shed unwanted weight, so call YourHCG.com today. No prescription required. required. No doctor visit required. No painful injections. With every purchase, we'll provide you with everything you need, including your supply of HCG, unlimited one-on-one phone and email support from one of our amazing health coaches, in addition to a large list of menus, diets, and much more. Visit www.yourhcg.com or call us at 877-748-2709 to order your HCG today. Again, that's 877-748-2709 at yourhcg.com. We love you.
Man thinks cause he rules at us, he can do with it as he please. And if things don't change soon, he will.
Okay, Harold from Florida specifically. You're saying, what's the difference between a birther and a truther? Explain that question for me.
That was not the question. The question was, I understand what Debra Medina said on her on the Limbaugh show about her stand there, and I consider that her stand was despicable. Okay, but as far as being whether she was a truther or not, as to use those words, I don't understand, however, and this is your program, you can throw me off, you pay the bill, but I don't understand your position on your stand where you said, I am not a birther. I believe the Barack Obama presidency is a total fraud, and I see a comparison here between her not being a truther and you not being a birther.
Yeah.
Hold just a second. Article 2 of our Republic Constitution, Section 1, says that the president has to be a natural-born citizen.
All right, well, let me stop you. I understand the question now, and it's a good question. Number one, we've had Phil Berg on here repeatedly. We had him on back when this wasn't even on the radar screen during the campaign, okay? And I do think there's a cover-up going on. I've said I don't know, and I've said I think it's legitimate. But I can't call myself a complete birther because I don't know. Something like 9/11, I have so much evidence. And it does appear that he's not... We know his real name was Barry Soetoro. We know he did go to these Muslim schools in foreign countries. And the media would poo-poo that a year ago, right after he got in office. And so one of the first places people heard about the birth certificate issue was here. Okay, and I also had... who's the guy that wrote The Late Great USA on over and over again about it? I'm having one of those moments. Dr. Jerome Corsi. I have had constant. I just don't hammer it because I can prove he's lying about torture, that he wouldn't do it, or hiring lobbyists, or new wars, or the Patriot Act that he would get rid of. And so in Fall of the Republic and in Obama deception, we don't get into that, because I wanted it to be things that were 100%. Now, you're missing the boat here. I am not criticizing Debra Medina for saying that 9/11 truthers are despicable. That's pretty bad. The issue is she said that we were good, healthy people asking serious questions. She has questions about the towers. We have a right over and over and over and over again, during back, after back, and then flip-flopped. It's flip-flopping. I've always said I don't know about the birth certificate. There's a lot of evidence, but they're covering it up, that he isn't a citizen. So if I wasn't clear on that, I'm sorry. But it's a totally different issue. Now, what do you say to that, Harold?
Okay, you've had Rick Perry for 14 years, and
10.
You know where he stands. Debra Medina, I agree. I was very disappointed to hear her say what she said. I was very disappointed to hear you say you were not a birther. She said she's not a truther.
No, I don't.
So, you know, what I'm saying here is I would like to hear a real comprehensive airing of both of these stands personally.
Well, let me ask you a question. When did you hear me say I've said I wouldn't call myself, I remember saying that, a complete birther, saying a birther believes he wasn't born here. I'm saying there's a cover-up, and it may be true, and we've investigated. I've only said I'm investigating. And I just don't think you even heard what I just said to you. It's the saying 9/11 truth is a legitimate research position and then saying it's despicable a week and a half later. That's my issue, sir. And I've been saying that since yesterday. That's why I'm concerned. But you know what? I've already meant to do this. I want to get Phil Berg back on. We have a video interview we've done that I want to put up for PrisonPlanet.tv members. Just we're bogged down trying to finish up Burmes's film.